Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Want to shake your head like we're doing it?
Bobbleheads.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
You don't have a shirt on. You know, it's
Yeah.
cold outside. Why? How come you don't have a shirt on? Because you just got out of bed?
Yes.
Okay. You enjoying Maine?
Yeah.
You can tell the truth.
No.
Do you want to go home?
Yes.
Why do you want to go home? You tell the truth.
Fortnite.
Do you want to play better Fortnite? Because it's better Fortnite for you down there?
Yes.
Okay. And what starts when you get back?
Football.
Right. You looking forward to that?
Yes.
Do you want to show the guys your fake gesture that everybody thinks is bad, but it's not really bad?
No. That's
What are you
That's a
doing?
little harsh.
Get out of here. There he goes.
Who
He's
taught
gonna
him
vanish.
that?
He vanishes. Oh,
Whoa!
there he goes.
Right into the mystic
Magic.
plan.
That was
Ho,
visual.
ho, ho. It's magic. There you go. Get your thumbnail for today, right?
Why does
That's
he
it.
hate Maine?
Yeah, and who
Maine
taught him
is,
that horrible gesture?
Maine is boring. Maine is boring.
It's not
For-
geared
for-
to
for
the
a
younger.
9-year-old.
Yeah.
I experienced the same thing, so I can
Yeah.
relate exactly to.
Of course, when you
to
were
what he's saying.
9 in Maine,
Weren't you
we
like,
landed on the moon.
Yeah, we're also sneaking beers.
Yeah, and so I mean,
beers, smokes,
beers, smokes, and moon
peni
landings.
erecti, all that good stuff.
Oh,
It was,
yeah, that lady.
Lots of firsts up in Maine. Got together. We'll talk about it later. Got together with the whole family, almost the whole family, big chunk of family members. Thank you, Kathy, for putting that together over the weekend. I have to share only one joke that
Okay.
I got. Not one of the greatest, but not one of the worst.
All right.
And it's from a trip one family member made to Ireland recently. And here's the joke. All right.
Yeah.
So there's an old Irish lady, and she decides it's time to visit the chemist, which they refer to as the pharmacist.
Yeah, druggist.
I have to go to the chemist, and she walks into the chemist's office. I'm sorry, the counter in the drugstore.
Sure.
And goes to the back and calls the chemist over, and she says, Seamus, I got a problem here. It's my husband. Well, I'm a little embarrassed to tell you, but he doesn't perform quite the way he used to. We're having a little issue in the boudoir, don't you know? And Seamus says, yeah, I hear you. I understand. Well, you're not as young, Molly, as you used to be.
Molly.
She says, well, Seamus, I just don't know if there's any... I've read stories that there might be a medication that can be taken to, enhance things. And Seamus says, well, of course, Molly, there is. There's Viagra. I can give you Viagra. And if he takes the Viagra, I think he should have no problem at all. And it should work wonders. I think it'll be wonderful for you. And she says, so let me ask you, Seamus, this Viagra, can you get it over the counter? And Seamus looks at her and says, well, if I take 2, I can. Thank you. There you go. Yeah. All right. So there it is. Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Different type of pharmacy
It's
in Ireland.
if he took 2, he could get it over.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
CVS Cares.
that's.
That's right.
Thank you.
Walgreens.
Like, they're so
Already
hostile at
ensues.
my pharmacy that...
Oh, see, I have a brand new.
Oh, I think
I
they're
know.
so mad
I
at-
know my pharmacist by name now.
Really?
Yes.
Is it Seamus?
No, it's Martina.
Oh,
No.
the tennis
in Florida.
player.
Yes, Rob, the tennis player. It's
Well, no-
Martina, the only Martina you know, Martina Navratilova,
Well,
or
I
the
know
country singer Martina McBride.
I know
because
you-
all Martinas are one person.
Well, I know that she's not playing tennis anymore. She probably needs a
she
little
is-
something to supplement
she's
the income.
retired.
Yeah.
Happy 3rd of July. I don't think we are alone. We are part of a bit of a malaise with some weather for holiday plans, the way I've heard it.
Yes.
That there are a lot of parts of the United States that are just not cooperating, whether it be smoke, whether it be a cloud cover. This string of weather we've had up here has been about as bad as I ever remember. I'm on my 3rd week up here, and we've seen the sun a couple of times, and that's been about it. And so it's really different
being up here, but it's a great place to chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you come from 95-degree weather and you can just chill and it's rainy, and
You don't have humidity.
Yeah, I thought about you yesterday when I stepped out into the muck.
Right?
It's like
Yeah, we have
95 degrees.
humidity. It's just different kind of humidity.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm sorry. How about
humidity.
this? It doesn't feel like you're walking through thick air.
Yeah.
It does not.
No.
It-
And you know
it's
what? I will
actually
say
quite
this:
nice.
the smoke is pretty much dispersed.
Yes,
it was
but-
clear
but
coming
it's-
in today, so that's
Guys,
good.
I'd be lying. When I found out maybe a decade ago
Yes.
that the wealthy go away to the cooler parts of town to second homes, etc.
It's always been this way.
Yeah, I didn't know that was
Could reach
possible.
in and kill you.
I just didn't know. When I found that out,
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Wow, this is why they go away. This is why."
See,
Because
that's
it's-
what happens when you're wealthy. That's from what's it? Oh my God, what is the movie?
Oh, I know. You cut the turkey.
Avalon.
Avalon, precisely.
That's what
Well-
happens when you're wealthy.
Mike, you have to understand.
Mm-hmm.
By no means am I crying poor mouth. I
Right.
grew up in a wonderful.
You had a wonderful and a very successful
yeah,
father.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Upbringing cheap, very very frugal. God bless him.
My
Still
father
around.
never gave me an expensive watch. I think that's
we're on
wonderful.
the same page.
But my father helped me get into. My father and mother helped me with a down payment for my first home, and I will always be grateful for
My
that.
father never came home.
No, he never came back home
It's true.
because, as Michael taught us,
My father helped me build this
He went for
this
milk.
wing on my house.
Mike,
this
I think
office
it's
wing.
so nice that you are actually using your actual background of your home today.
So
with the
in back
solid
of me,
glass conference
in back
room.
of me right now, over here,
Yes.
Yes.
over here is where I keep people.
Oh, that's your humidor.
It's in it's a
Walk-in humidor.
No, it's a terrarium for humans.
He does have another place where he grows orchids.
Yeah.
Hey, let me, before we get rolling here, say hi, Michigan City, Indiana, Pleasant Prairie,
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin, Greektown in, I've been there, in Chicago, Illinois, Vang Vieng, Laos, and the Asian island of Borneo. People from Asia checking in
Yes.
this summer. And Kirkjubir, Karloster, Iceland.
Perfect.
Kirkjubir, Karloster
Excuse
Island.
me.
It was sent to
said
me by a
lobster.
lady who said, "Here's where I am. Good luck with the pronunciation." So I actually I did the Google where the lips move and everything.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So yeah, it's here we are. Here we are in dank, damp, cloudy, foggy.
I bet your complexion
rainy.
is wonderful right now.
No, I'm too old for that. Your skin begins. You'll find when you get to be my age, skin will slowly begin to slough off. It's eyes.
You're not
and then
absorbing
skin.
the beautiful dank moisture and
No, I
making
just-
yourself.
I'm at the age now where you just want to go a week without a scab.
I hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not that old.
Michael's cut me on my arm the other day, and I got one right here. I got one right there.
Yeah, I
A
think
little
that's a
one.
How did he cut you?
He just scratched
Box
me.
cutter.
We were wrestling, and he scratched box cutter. There you go. But yeah, it's been interesting, and kudos, Rob, to our taskmaster, Oscar Santana, who's just churning out the shows more than
Absolutely.
we've ever done, and I
Yes.
think that's a credit to him and a credit to his work ethic. If it was left up to you and me, we would be slacking.
Oh, we'd come
That's
back for
truth.
the Labor Day holiday.
Yeah, we would be, we would be doing that all over the time. And Oscar's making it technically possible for, all of us to do more content wherever we are, which
Right.
is all I really care about. I can peel off a few hours of my day to visit.
It's fun.
I like it.
It's fun.
Well, look, with the conditions we've had up here now, I have, the show has been an oasis for
This
me.
has
It's
got
been
to
a
be the
welcome
high point
opportunity.
of your day.
I don't want to go that far.
Have there been days when the show has been the best part of your day?
A couple of them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, a couple of them. But getting the whole family together this past weekend.
How many
was,
people total would you say?
let's see. It was my sister, her husband Paul,
Yes.
my cousin Billy,
Yep.
my cousin Teddy, and his wife Mandy. We had my
Ben?
cousin Ben.
Ben's in?
I love Ben.
Ben is in.
Is his wife there?
He's got with Eliza
Oh.
and their 2 children.
What?
Yeah.
You know
And
what's
Ben-
wild?
Ben, I don't know if I'm going to hurt his feelings or embarrass him or do what, but Ben is a muckety muck now.
What do
with
you
a
mean?
company that Oscar might not even be aware of. But Oscar will know the name of this company.
Oh, he's
He is a
an
senior vice president.
Oh, God bless him. I don't. Why would he be embarrassed? He should be proud.
No, I mean, but do you know what the company is?
If it's
You'll know it.
If it's the same company he was at
Huckberry.
before, yes, I'm a fan of Huckberry. I've purchased many things from Huckberry.
I kind of alluded to it at the dinner
Wasn't that
table,
your
which
old
was really
DJ
bad
name?
for him. Huckberry.
I'll reach out.
Huckberry.
But
You
yeah,
know
they're the
what?
ones that The Last of Us. I guess that's the jacket the guy wore.
Huckberry has
It was a Huckberry
so much.
jacket.
They have so many great guys.
It's a dude's
stuff.
line of
It's
clothing.
so awesome.
And
Mike,
I'm proud of him.
So, Mike, with you and Carla and your son, that's 12 people.
Can we continue talking about business for 2 seconds before you mow along
He's
to
not
the
interested.
family? 2 seconds. Mike, was this on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay, great. On Saturday night, out of the blue, suggested friend, Ben and his wife both push up on Facebook. This is
Most
this is
beautiful daughters you have ever seen.
that's why I mentioned Ben O'Mara because it was thrown in front of me. I'm like, why is like
Well,
I
aren't
thought
you
we-
friends
I
with
th-
him yet?
I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
And then his wife popped up. I thought we were friends.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible this Big Brother internet could have heard you have a conversation
I think anything's possible.
and then throw this hey,
Yes.
be friends?
Yeah, I got a lot of targeted ads for Huckberry.
You would never get a targeted ad for Huckberry. Have you gone to the website?
No, I'm afraid they
It's
probably.
not really for you.
I wouldn't think
It
so.
could be.
No.
It could be.
I'm sure they make sizes for everybody.
Don't they have something like Muchberry? Is that their line for the larger men?
It's even regardless of weight, it is a clothing line that is kind of an outdoorsman type of line.
I'm listening.
You know, rugged.
Yes.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
It's rugged, kind of salt of the earth type of person.
I like salt.
You like LL Bean and Eddie Bauer and those kind of
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't wear fancy stuff, so
No.
I mean, it's an interesting place. So,
All right.
who knows?
Well, I'd love
but
to
I don't want to
support
talk
Ben.
about them until we get into
Yes,
that
correct.
But it was great, and Teddy was there and his wife, and Carla was there, and Kathy put out a great spread as usual, and it was just yummy and lots of fun to see everybody, and that along with my niece and her husband, we've gotten, I think, because of the weather. Not in spite of the weather, we've gotten more family contact, and that's kind of when you don't come up here for a couple of years, you want to knock that out, and you want to see people, and that's what we've been able to do, really thanks to my sister.
Is it really knocking it out or enjoying it? Because when you say knock it out, it's like you've got the garage cleaned.
I like seeing family that I haven't seen.
Okay, good.
I
Good,
like
good.
seeing family I haven't seen. I wouldn't want to come up here and not do that. That's part of the attraction is my connection to my family up here. I'm not as plugged in as most of them up here, but
it's a new
always great to
you.
see 'em.
And he, hey, you look great.
Yeah, that's nice too. That's really nice too, and got a lot of that, and that was fun.
Did anybody say, hey, you must be down at least 150 pounds?
No, there was not exuberance. You haven't seen I haven't seen people in a long time. So I wear clothing that there are a couple of things I wear up here that I've worn before that are baggy. But I just don't think when you see people, like if you haven't seen somebody in 6 months, then that might be a big deal.
Yeah.
When I was Orca before, but and by the way, if I stay up here, I will be Orca again. Because I'm now in a week without the the magic pill.
Oh yeah.
And so
that's right.
It's instantaneous.
We've unleashed the beast.
The beast has been the beast was unleashed yesterday, but not to the extent where I'm going crazy. I still feel that I'm doing okay.
That's the goal. We unleashed the beast. My mom, God bless her, and I say this with as much love.
Have you unleashed the beast on her yet?
Well, yeah, because we took her to Boston and she forgot to take her shot.
If you go a week, you go a couple of days, you notice it right
so
away.
at
You
that
notice
tail
it right away.
end, so she forgets to take her shot, right? So
Right.
she's 4 days out.
Right. 4 days overdue.
Of not
Overdue.
being medicated. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
And-
that's enough to
And like
get
a
back to it.
heroin addict.
Did you observe it? Were you
I
able
saw
to
it.
observe
I
it?
saw her destroy half a cheesecake.
Wow.
Because you don't have that that off switch.
The valve is gone, yeah.
It's easy. They were hiding. Elizabeth made chocolate chip cookies last night, and my son and my daughter both hid them from me because I would have gone in there and grabbed the whole lot. I would have done that.
And this is what
last night.
my mom said when she was done. I said, "Was that worth it?" Because I have to guilt her, and she said, "Leave me alone. I'm just trying to live."
I will tell you this: if you,
I bet it
the
was
only
worth
thing
it.
you have to do now. Look, I'm not writing the primer on how to go post medication.
No.
But I will tell you, if you hang on and you withhold the desire to really binge,
Mm-hmm.
the satisfaction will come and you'll forget about it.
Oh,
That's what you have to do.
that's good.
And I found that out because I was manipulated with the cookies. I had 2 cookies, and
Did you look for the hidden cookies?
I went out into the kitchen and grabbed 2 more. So I would have been at the 4 cookie mark, and I had 3 cookies because Elizabeth literally took one out of my hand and said, "Those are for everybody." And then later on in the nighttime,
You're everybody.
no, but they're for the rest of the people.
yeah.
in
They
the
have to
house.
last longer than an afternoon.
Well, they're
And so-
stupid for not being there when they're fresh. They
But
need to
they
get
were,
there.
it's like we had the 2 bad foods we had yesterday because it was a gray day. Nobody wanted to cook. Was grabbed a pizza from in town, and Carla brought it for. Let me see, me, Carla, Michael, Connor, Elizabeth, and Carla bought 1 pizza, like skinny people do.
Oh
One
no, you
Oh,
have
no,
to
no,
get
no.
2, especially if there are kids
That's 2
involved.
slices. That's 2 slices. I was
Oh.
able because somebody didn't eat a third. I had a
Still
third. So I had
unsatisfied.
3 cookies
Yeah.
and 3 pieces of pizza. That's pure carbs.
Yep.
But I would have knocked out if nobody'd stopped me. I would have knocked out 4 or 5, which will not happen when I'm on the stuff. So my point being that you can, as long as you work on the inner government,
Right.
you can chill. But I still think there's a biological component to it.
We had what's equivalent to a teacher work day this past Friday after we recorded the bonus show here at Podville,
Teacher.
and we did.
We
it was
did.
it was a professional. Like we wanted to up our game on certain aspects of the business. So we had a hackathon, and Shannon. Coincidentally, we had another birthday for one of our team members, Elizabeth, and Shannon. Back to discuss what skinny people do when they order food.
Yeah.
Shannon does this bit where she orders just exactly the amount of cupcakes that need to be brought in.
Yeah, even if it's a weird number.
Even
like
if it's
11.
a weird number. She had 11.
She'll literally count the number of human beings
She will
in the
walk
building.
a circle in Podville,
Yeah.
count the attendees,
Yes.
Right.
and order that many
So
cupcakes.
she had 11 in the cart. And
11
I walked by.
cupcakes.
Hey, how's it?
11.
Yeah, it comes in a dozen box with
I could
one.
kill her just hearing this story.
Mike, there's one slot empty.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those
11
games where you have to
cupcakes.
slide the stuff around. Yeah.
I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I'm ordering cupcakes for Elizabeth's birthday." And I said, "You're ordering the exact amount of cupcakes?" She goes, "Yeah, one is plenty for each person."
One is plenty.
She goes, "We're trying to promote a healthy environment." I said, "Shannon, it's a birthday. When you order 11, people shame themselves into not even eating one because they don't think there's enough for everybody.
Precisely.
You know
And
what
then
I
we-
saw?
and then
I
we-
saw people cutting them in half.
And then we look cheap.
Mhm.
We look like we can't afford cupcakes. And then we also look like we're out of touch because not everybody here is waif and skinny. I like 2 cupcakes on a good day,
Yeah.
let alone half of one. Hopefully someone will get another.
Sure.
I said, please.
Part of the fun is with that horrible creation known as the cupcake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which just was a simple, cheap slide out for cake.
Yeah.
Bake a cake, slice it up, then bring 2 in.
Yes. And
then
have
everybody
it's
gets
okay
what
to
they
have
want.
extra
Yeah.
for
it
later.
is. For later.
I said, if they don't.
Somebody ought to do a deep dive research on the cupcake. And then what? 10, 15 years ago, the cupcakeries?
Yeah, that's where we order from.
For
The-
every
the great-
friggin' person
There-
that decided they wanted to be a baker, and then we had 5 million cupcake bakeries around the United States, and you'd walk into 99% of them, and they'd have empty shelves because
Mike?
the people that thought it would be fun. What?
Pleased to announce that Sweets in Leesburg is closing
Yeah.
due to lack of business.
No, because they don't. Probably because they didn't have cupcakes there, and they realized. You know what a baking job is? A real baker.
You tell us.
The way
Yeah.
baking at a real bakery, like a New York City bakery, maybe a bagel bakery.
Yeah.
that is 3 2:30, 3 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning,
Time to make the
every
donuts.
day,
Yeah.
7 days a week. That is a hustle that is just like, that's the job. Not just, Peter was having his graduation party and we had to go, so we're not going to open it. That's the way they roll these things,
I hate Peter.
So,
and it doesn't work.
Shannon says, fine. Because, look, anybody that's married knows this. Even if you're right, you're not right. It's just, that's the way it is. You can't fight it. It's done.
Right.
So she goes, fine, you do it. I said, no, I don't want to do it. You've already got the cart filled out. She goes, well, how many should I order? She goes, how many people are here? She said 11. I said, double it. Just double it. She goes, well, not everyone's going to eat too. And I said,
horror. Double it? Oh, no.
I said, Shannon, I guarantee you they won't be left. People will say they're taking it home to their husbands, or they're going to eat in the car. They're going to say they're taking it home to their wives. They're going to eat in the car.
Did she listen?
She doubled it. And you know what happened? People were like, can I take one home to my...
Bingo.
And I know they destroyed it in the car. God bless them.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You got a friend at home.
A road cupcake. Who doesn't want a road cupcake?
My cupcakes are good, but that's not my favorite baked good. Did you know that?
What's your favorite baked good?
What you making? Fruitcake.
Fruitcake. Very good.
Seamless.
Yeah.
I don't have the copy in front of me. You're going to have to take it.
Please.
You don't need to. Right now, Fruitcake Futures is open for a limited time. If you want a Christmas fruitcake, one of my signature fruitcakes, the best fruitcake. Actually, one of my friends from high school did a post on Facebook. He said, don't like fruitcake? Yes, you do.
You will.
You just haven't eaten the right one yet.
You haven't eaten the right one. They're the best. They're the best you'll ever taste. And we happen to make them in the Robb Spiewak kitchens.
From
for
scratch.
Christmas.
You order them now, and they will be at your house in time for the holidays. But
Yes.
here's the thing. There's a very limited number of days that you can do this. The window will be shut soon, so what you must do is go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the fruitcake banner. Make your orders now, and then it's on us. You just have
And
to
it's a
sit back and
fundraiser.
wait. It is a
It's our
fundraiser.
Summer
It's how we
fundraiser.
raise
Yeah.
funds for this show because we really
Do it.
want to make sure that you do that. And
Yeah.
we
Do it
also have
today.
a link on the Mike O'Mara
Is it
Show
crass to say
website.
celebrate your independence
Yes.
Not at all. No.
with us?
Celebrate your independence from calorie control.
Yes.
Mike, they're actually this year extraordinarily low in calories. They're keto.
Yeah. Coming soon, the keto version.
Okay. Let's not mess this up.
Some guy wrote me, and he wanted something. He said, "Would you be averse to making me one fruitcake with totally organic farm fresh eggs?" And I replied to him, "Yes, I would."
We'll have we will have somewhere in the news today. I believe we will have an eye-opening story about healthy food. That
Really?
will
I can't wait.
fascinate you.
Great
It will
tease.
fascinate you.
Great.
It will fascinate you.
Because really, it is truly a shock. It was a shock to me. And,
Is it about Oscar's mom's cheesecake?
It is not. It is not. And by the way, there's a cheesecake lady up here outside of Ellsworth, Maine, that we drive by the back road on the road to the Bangor.
Is she a
road.
model?
She's been what?
Like, they used to call those calendars cheesecake calendars.
Cheesecake. That's a 1940s reference.
I don't know.
Cheesecake, he said. Cheesecake used to be like dirty pictures.
Yeah.
They used to
it's
call it
saucy.
cheesecake.
Saucy.
Gross.
Saucy is another 1940s term.
There's some things from back
God
in the day.
almighty, make your brain get modern.
No, I don't mind that. Look, in fairness,
Retro Rob. That's his new nickname, Retro Rob.
I love it.
I think it's on brand for Rob. I think
It's been on brand for 30 years.
there are
I think
cer-
it's on brand too, for Christ's
there's
sake.
certain things that Rob will bring up that will fascinate me because back in the day, like if someone said, "Hey, is that a cheesecake calendar?" I would have been like, "Yeah, there's a bunch of food, I guess, in there. I don't know."
Hey,
goods.
Michael, do you work blue? Do you work blue?
That's
Hey,
right.
blue.
Yeah, you don't need to work blue to be funny, son.
What's that magazine on your desk? Is that called Blue Boy?
Oh, no,
No, that's
Mike,
quite
different
different.
type of conversation.
Yeah. Well, look, I the old terminology, I like it too. I was around for most of it.
Yeah.
You don't remember the
That's it.
cheesecake calendars?
No, but he
I
knew
don't
what- he
remember
knew the
cheesecake
reference.
calendars. I remember stag films.
Yes. Mhm.
That's what they were called, stag films. I showed a Super 8 stag film. It really probably wasn't a stag film, but I showed a Super 8 dirty movie for some sort of bachelor thing that I did
Like
for
a
guy.
screening at home?
Yeah, like in my apartment
That's so
in
creepy.
Laurel.
There
I
were
had
other
the-
people there, or was it just for yourself?
It was terrible. I know it just
It's
didn't
so
work
dirty.
that well, but it was funny. I know at the time we showed it to a bunch of guys because, hey, have a few beers. All right, here's our Super 8. And we were laughing so hard because it
Just
was
a bunch
so
of
bad.
dudes in a Laurel condo.
Yeah.
Well, it
Then the
was a
shirts
bachelor
came
party.
off.
It was a bachelor
You guys
party, and
take
there weren't a
turns.
lot of fun. So
Poles
you
and
know,
poles,
that was
holes
it.
and holes.
Yeah.
Was it one of your bachelor parties?
No, I don't
No,
think so. I don't
no.
remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. So. Oh, that's right. I didn't have breakfast. That's my LL Bean coffee mug breakfast right here.
I love it.
Don't make it
It's
go
plaid.
There it is.
No, I always thought when they
look
show
at that. How about that?
the
picture?
equivalent of a stag movie at a bachelor party, it's very
he's gone.
uncomfortable.
What?
I think it's very uncomfortable to
I-
show
I
like a
don't-
stag film at a bachelor party.
This might be crazy. I don't think they do that anymore, guys.
They probably, of course, they don't. I mean, that's back in the
Did
day.
they do that for you?
No, at my bachelor party, they showed The Wizard of Oz.
Where did we? Did I go to your bachelor party?
I don't think you did. You were invited, but I think you declined.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was above
Because
it.
you're in your 20s,
I was 25.
right?
Yeah.
It's so young now.
And you didn't go to mine for Carla, right? Neither one of you.
we weren't invited.
No, I don't. I did. I ended up on a street sitting. Actually,
Oh, I wasn't invited.
you know what? This
That's
You were probably
hurtful.
invited.
I was not. I would have gone in a heartbeat.
at one point, I was sitting on a curb in Washington D.C. in front of good guys. Little did I know I would soon work in that.
You were in the
neighborhood.
police van. You went to the first one.
Oh, the first one. Oh, I
you
thought
didn't
that
go
was
to the.
his first
you didn't go to
marriage.
the permanent
no,
relationship.
no. I didn't go to that
Yeah.
one. No, you know what? I got them mixed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The one, the best one.
Wait a second. Have you had 3 bachelor parties?
Yeah. Yeah. I can tell you about all of them too. Classiest was the first.
That is so mind blowing
I
to
think
me.
put together by Paul. The first one,
I'm Paul.
which was on a sailboat outside of Annapolis, where we were drinking beers and hanging out, and went on a cruise around the Chesapeake Bay on a schooner.
That
That's
sounds
nice.
wonderful.
Super classy and super cool.
Yeah.
And then the second one was the naughty one.
Very, very naughty,
Where we,
yeah.
we bopped around in a limo. And then the best one of all was the third one, which was the Fraternal Order of Police
Now,
van that
yes.
Jerky had. And Jerky, if you're listening, I haven't blown you off. I just miss you every time you call. So I apologize for that. But, it's just, that was Linda's non-drinking beau at the time. My mother-in-law's non-drinking beau at the time, who was the wheelman.
Yeah.
And I got to sit up front. And I think he said something along, it had a PA system and a siren and lights. And I think he said something, as long as you don't mess with those. And that was just like telling me it's guaranteed going to happen. Jerky arranged for a guy from the DC Pipers,
Yeah, the bagpipes, yeah.
to pipe me into every bar we went into. And the bachelor party started with me going, oh, God, I don't want it. All right. And they brought the piper, and I'm like, oh, please. By the end of the night, I would get out of the van. I'm like, where's my piper?
You please,
Where's my bag,
please
Piper?
call him. Like, he's done so many. He's responsible for my engagement at the top of the Washington Monument after hours.
That's
well,
right.
we did the same thing. He did the same thing for
Yeah.
me. He did the same thing for me with the bachelor party. We took a bunch of guys up there to see
Yeah.
it after hours and see
wild.
the different, sort of secret stuff. It
Yeah.
turned out
Yeah.
not to be secret. But then, I remember pulling up in front of, there is a gentleman's club in downtown D.C., very close to Podville Media, called Camelot. And is it still there?
Often
Yes,
Yes,
and
it is.
Mike, it is
Yeah.
the creme de la creme of DC adult entertainment.
Well, then that's sad for D.C. No, I'm sorry.
Is it?
I think it was
Really?
for a while considered the best. Yeah.
And pulling up, and I remember I get on the PM like, ma'am, you're going to have to move that car. Burp, burp,
oh
burp,
no!
burp. You're going to have to move that car like, like that, and then lights, and oh God, big fun. The most fun for me was playing with the sirens in the van.
Oh, it would have to be.
There may have been a pee break on literally off the side of Route 395
Nice.
on the way home too. Yeah. Yeah,
How old were you?
I don't know, 40s, early 40s.
That's about right.
No.
29.
Remember,
Early 50s.
you have to use Mike years.
Oh,
You have
what
to
are
use
Mike years?
What? Oh, this is the first I've
Mike
heard about
years.
this. I'm so
Mike
sorry.
years. I am now in my 40s.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
When I was in my 40s, I was actually in my 20s. And when I was in my 20s, I had not gone through puberty yet.
So it's like almost like dog years.
Yes.
This business.
I've only settled down in the last 9 years, 8, 9 years.
This business does socially stunt you.
It does.
Your evolution.
And when you consider, like, when I would go
As
through
a
a bad
person.
relationship, I was just always stunted. I would always be relationship, start to settle down, be a real family man, busted up, giant step backwards.
Yeah.
They'd pull you back in.
Regression. Trying to get back out
How
there
many
and do
Mike
it.
years old were you when you were eating the ice cream cone in the elementary school parking lot?
When I was doing both shows,
Yeah.
this podcasting
Yeah.
and the morning show, I was in my 30s.
Okay.
No, my
20s. You were in your late 20s.
I was in my early 30s.
Early 30s, like 31 maybe.
Yeah, but starting to late 30s. That's what I
Late
would say.
30s. Okay.
Yeah, because I was starting to slow down.
Yeah.
And then you realize that the feeling of waking up in the morning clear-headed, the feeling of accomplishing things at a home during the day, you know. But really, up here with the gray skies up here, I find myself doing this show and then going into a state of vegetation. I do want to say one thing.
Yes.
We had this author, this Maine author. He's a fishing guide in Maine, Yale graduate, award-winning fiction novel writer, and Paul Dwyron.
Yeah.
And I am here to tell you the guy is on his game still. I will give you a copy of or you can look up Paul Dwyron and his latest. The book I read was called Hatchet Island. It takes place off the coast of Maine, and it is absolutely fantastic. He is a stunningly good author, and I commiserated with my cousin Teddy, who is also knocking out all the stuff he reads, because Teddy and I obviously have many things in common, including this author who is fantastic, Paul Dwyron. I don't read many 350-page novels or 320-page novels in 2 days. I read this book in 2 days.
What's it called?
It's called Hatchet Island.
Hatchet.
Now,
And it's
after-
just a romp. It's fun. It's a mystery. It's just great. It's a murder mystery.
After about 3 weeks in Maine, what is your age?
72. No, I'm just like, meh.
But it's good for the soul, I think.
It's a blanket of fog and gray and rain and crap. Are you still getting smoke down in D.C.?
Not much smoke, no, but
Okay.
it is
That's
a perfect
good. Smoke.
Mike, this is the kind of weather this week that made you want to leave this city. It is hazy, hot, 90s, thick, humid air.
I don't know how much of North America. I'm reading weather stories all over the place. I'm seeing rain, watching this golf tournament in Detroit over the weekend, which was spectacular. And they had to move up the tee times yesterday. Connor and I, Elizabeth's boyfriend, and I just watched the whole thing all day. That's what we did. Watched it from morning until it was over early afternoon, and it was spectacular. Can I just say, so nice to see a good guy, a really good guy, Ricky Fowler, and a class guy get the prize at the end finally, because this guy has shown so much class throughout his career. He's the guy that was waiting at the U.S. Open until dark the night before when he was in the lead and signing autographs for people. He didn't come in the finish line. He didn't win the tournament at the U.S. Open, but he won this weekend. And, God, I'm trying to think. I think it's Hadwin. Oh, what's his first name? Anyway, Hadwin, Colin Morikawa. Just guys that are showing class. If we had our political leadership show 1/10 of the class that some of these PGA Tour professionals show on on a day where they're losing and they want to win more than anything in the world, they show more dignity and class than our political leaders. It's ridiculous how they've been raised right and they've been taught right and they know how to play the game right and do it. And when your heart's getting ripped out because you're losing that prize, not to mention hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you can still smile at a guy because he's made a great shot, you're a man. You're a real man. And that's what this guy, God, I wish I knew his first name.
I know the
Alex Hadwin, maybe. I'm not sure.
I saw the summary this morning. It was a come from behind, and then he won it in sudden death in one hole.
He won it in
right?
sudden death, and he had a lot of adversity winning it, and he's been on the verge very quite often. And he just said afterwards, winning's great, but it's the other things that are really important. As he points at his daughter and his beautiful wife, And he's right. That's what gets you through the rest of your life and most of your life is that, as opposed to, winning the golf tournament. It was just an exercise in how to be a class. His reaction when he won, this big sigh where he looks up to the sky and goes, oh, my God, I finally did it. Oh, what a joy to watch. Really, I know a lot of people don't watch golf on TV because they think it's boring. And if you don't play the game, it probably is. But man, oh, man, Ricky Fowler, I'm a Turbo fan. Wearing a little Puma today, too, in honor of Ricky Fowler. And just love watching
Here's
the guy.
a brief clip of him winning. Of course, you can't see
please,
the
thank you.
reaction.
I'd love to hear this.
You
That'd
don't
be
see
great.
his reaction, but it's exciting.
What a golf shot. Get up there and will. What a shot from Fowler. Again on 18. And Ricky returns to the winner's circle.
They loved him so much. They love the guy.
That's a loud
and they
golf
love
crowd.
the guy for all the right reasons. They love the guy because the guy is just a decent human being to his fellow competitors and to the fans that come out and support. And that's why I think Ricky, early on in his career, knew what it takes to, he makes a fortune, more than tons of tour players with endorsements. You see Ricky Fowler commercials everywhere. And just to see the way he conducts himself, I just want my son to watch that and mirror that kind of behavior. And win with grace. Win with grace, people. It's one of the greatest things you can do is to just be a good winner and not a sore loser. Get mad at yourself during a round? Fine. Get mad at yourself if you're playing a sport and you don't do well? Fine. But at the end, suck it up and do that. I am somebody who has not done that in the past. And let me tell you, when you don't do that, you end up, it's worse for you than it is for anybody else. You're the one that hurts yourself more. If you're out there doing sour grapes, I don't think it was, I think it was fixed or I think it was rigged. You're the one that ends up looking so light. And I'm stunned that a large segment of this country accepts that behavior. Because, I was raised that way. You just, you got to suck it up. And especially real good sports people will tell you that, and sportsmanship. And it's one of the last sports where sportsmanship truly abounds, where that is the standard operating procedure with most guys. There are dicks on the PGA Tour. Make no mistake about it, but Ricky ain't one of them. And salute to Ricky
That's
Fowler.
good.
We got to take a break. We'll take a break, and when we come back, more fun and more thrills, including a review of the new Indiana Jones, which is being savaged in most quarters, and late-night exploits. Speaking of being in your 30s. when
Look
not,
out.
Oscar had a late night. We're going to do all that when we come back on the Michael Moore. Sorry, boys.
It's all right.
Just bear with me here.
Dig on Booker T and the MGs, Oscar.
This is exactly what I wanted to hear on a Monday.
Why did you want to hear that?
Because I'm a big Booker T fan.
He is.
Booker T.
I like the
baby.
MGs.
You
Together,
like the MGs? I like it.
I know
yeah.
the car, the MG.
they were named ostensibly after that, but then when
They were?
they were cited
there you
for
go.
copyright stuff.
Oh, no.
They said,
Hey,
no,
listen,
it
I'd love to
stands for
continue with
Memphis
this
Group.
fabulous banter, but I have to tell about our sponsor here.
Oh,
Did
do.
you know that 80% of men will experience hair thinning in their lifetime?
Oh, I have it. Yes.
It doesn't have to be you. Take control of your hair health, ladies and gentlemen, and you can do it with the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, Nutrafol, clinically shown to improve hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage.
Just started. I love the packaging, by the way. I know people maybe don't care about the packaging. It is the classiest packaging I've ever received from anything on the show.
It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Visit Nutrafol.com/men and take their hair health wellness quiz. And Nutrafol will provide you with a personalized plan for better hair health, and they do that through whole body wellness. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair for a limited time. Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription when free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code TMOS. You know it, you love it. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code TMOS. That's Nutrafol.com/men promo code TMOS. And now, without further ado, here's the damn line.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
You don't have my swoosh, do you?
I don't.
After all this time.
Can you write that down?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm really obsessed
Moving
about
forward,
this.
we have everything Mike has, but we're not doing our job.
It's sort of like the Indiana Jones franchise will end with a whimper, not with a bang. Later, Rob is going to review this. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny only made $60 million in its opening weekend. It's expected to make $82 million by the end of tomorrow, which isn't great. Worldwide, it's looking at a $130 million start, which is also disappointing. Rob will have more of the movie itself. The much-hated Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull had a 3-day opening of $100 million in the U.S. in 2008. Speaking of disappointments, The Flash is well on its way to being the biggest flop in Warner Brothers history.
I can pick them, can't I, Oscar?
Wow.
This Flash is better than people are saying.
It is.
It
It's
has
a good
only
movie.
made $100 million so far, and it's pretty much on its last legs at the box office. So when you add up the production and marketing budgets, the studio is looking at a $200 million loss. Good. It's about time Hold on. It's about time Hollywood focus on non-comic book garbage and make real movies and hire writers to write about original ideas. That's what I believe with all my heart.
I heard the box office for The Flash isn't going to cover the marketing, which is
Amazing.
really sad.
The movie has to beat its King Arthur Legend of the Sword, which lost Warner Brothers $153.2 million.
I don't even know
back
that
in
movie.
2017. Oh, well, it's King Arthur, Rob. It's about Knights of the Round Table.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Another original idea, Warner Brothers. It's lazy. It's lazy. Come
Indiana
on.
Jones was something I was looking forward to. I'm not a mark.
Well, you are a mark.
No, I'm not. I used to call it in the Raiders of the Lost Dark. Like I just didn't know I don't know enough about it.
The Lost Dark?
Yes,
That's funny.
but I don't. But what I don't want is Harrison Ford to end his career, like not winning.
Thank you, Oscar.
I'm serious.
That's how he talks now.
He's great in that one Apple Plus show. The
Shrinking?
Shrinking is
Yeah.
great. He's great in that.
He's got an amazing career behind him.
Yeah,
But I bet he
wanted to
got
go
a
out-
lot of money for this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that equates. I don't think that equates to success at this for him at least. It's not about the money at this time, right?
Well,
Or
he
is
has
it?
plenty of money, but maybe he wants to buy a new plane. He does love to fly.
And landed on the golf course.
Sometimes.
Stephen King just got a new writing material on Thursday. A 1-year-old deer, this is nasty, was found impaled on the spiked fence in front of his Gothic vacation mansion in Maine. I believe that place is in Bangor, just down
It
the
is.
road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ugh, nasty. The deer tried to squeeze between two of the iron bars. There's so many deer up here. There are spikes sticking up about half the height. It's really kind of a scary-looking fence
Yes.
that
Yeah.
you see.
It's on
did we
brand
drive
for
by
Stephen
it?
King.
Did we go by it, maybe?
I
don't
have
know.
seen it
Okay.
online. We looked for it. We didn't find it.
I
but-
remember Mike, you and I, we brought him some cookies just to be good neighbors.
but
and
just
he-
11.
But there was only 11. He didn't open the door.
The police were called by a woman driving by. Unfortunately, all they could do was put it out of its misery. It's unclear if King was in residence at the particular
Sod.
time. Tons of deer up
Guarantee
here.
you he ate it.
The newest dumb life hack from TikTok, I like this one. I don't
Yeah?
know why I do, but I do, is to pour beer all over yourself to get a better tan.
Oh.
Some influencer posted a video by a pool where she pours beer on her legs and rubs it in like lotion. It's supposed to give you a, when I do the and then you tip it in, I throw up in my mouth, just a teeny tiny little bit there. The double is just as creepy. It takes the creepy factor, man who does not know how to not be creepy, and makes it exponentially creepier with that. Just thought I'd share.
Mike, I was thinking about the beer, not the lady.
Yes, I know you were,
No,
but you don't do that
okay.
anymore. It's
No.
supposed to give you a deeper, darker tan, and there actually is some half-baked science behind it. The hops in beer can supposedly promote the production of melanin,
Yeah.
the stuff that gives you your skin pigment. In general, the more you have, the darker your skin is. It's not a totally new idea either. There's a blog post from 5 years ago where someone claimed it works. Skincare experts are warning, do not do it. They say you'll probably just end up with a wicked burn. That is a wicked burn. Did you see that dead deer in Stephen King's ad?
I think you also
My
would probably
golly.
get swarmed with bugs.
Waste of beer.
They mentioned that too. That the stickiness that you put all over your body, you
Yeah.
just get mosquitoes. Just have you'll be by the end of your day.
Yes.
Your brother-in-law isn't the only one who's going to be drunk. You're going to be sitting there with drunk mosquitoes floating around your ass all day long. It'll be disgusting.
Hate a drunk mosquito.
Just don't deal with it. Thank you. On Friday, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of a Colorado web designer. God, this is the kind of story that gets so much press. This is our world now, what people care about. A web designer who refused to create wedding sites for same-sex couples. And Michael Imperioli got in on this. You remember him, Christopher from
Yes.
The Sopranos.
Christopher.
He is not happy about it. In an Instagram post over the weekend, he said, quote, I've decided to forbid bigots and homophobes from watching The Sopranos, The White Lotus, Goodfellas, or any movie or TV show I've been in. That's funny. Thank you, Supreme Court, for allowing me to discriminate and exclude those who I don't agree with and I am opposed to. USA, USA.
That's
Christopher.
that's sad because I think bigots really loved White Lotus.
Oh, I bet they did. In the comments, he added, quote, hate and ignorance is not a legitimate point of view. America is becoming dumber by the minute. He's right.
Amen.
Can't argue with him. That's just the way it goes, and that's what our Supreme Court is, busy doing right now. Culture war, culture war, culture war, culture war. Yes, sirree. And there's a man in the sky who knows everything you do. That's George Carlin. Sorry about that. New study found most kale. This is what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Kale. Remember how many years have we been making kale jokes about the fact that kale is the health crazed stuff, all the way back to Fatso with Dom DeLuise.
That's right. Yeah.
Kale is covered in forever chemicals.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Here you go, health nuts. They're compounds that don't break down quickly, sometimes taking over 1,000 years. And they're tiny, so they can get into the air, our drinking water, and eventually our body.
Now, is this the way it's processed or just naturally how it's grown?
More and more studies are linking them to cancer.
Oh my God.
Researchers looked at 8 kale samples from grocery stores in the U.S., and 7 of them, quote, had disturbing amounts of forever chemicals. Kale.
Because we used to grow kale when I was a boy.
Oh, you probably put chemicals on it.
He never ate it.
No, I ate it all the time.
You ate kale all the time?
When I cook kale, I love it. I boil the
How
hell
did
out
you
of
take
it.
your kale? How
I
did
would
you enjoy
boil
your kale?
the hell out of it with a little bit of a pork fat, and then serve it with
I'm
vinegar.
Done. We're done. We got it. Ironically, they chose kale because they wanted a vegetable with a strong reputation for being healthy.
Pork fat is another forever chemical, Mike.
Yes.
So just buy organic and you're fine, right? Wrong! Wrong! Danny, nice little Fanny.
Oh, no.
It turns out, no, maybe not. Somehow samples of kale labeled USDA organic have the most forever chemicals. The FDA did its own study a few years ago and found no evidence of forever chemicals on kale, so it could be a new trend, but they're not sure. They weren't able to pinpoint how or when the chemicals got there, so there's that.
Forever
everyone.
chemicals sounds so romantic.
No, it doesn't.
And now a little something.
Unhealthy.
2 idiots in San Jose, California are in big trouble after they stored at least 20 tons of illegal fireworks at a public storage facility. And, of course, the entire building went up. It happened a few weeks ago, but police just revealed the cause. We don't know how many fireworks they had total because, again, the whole building burned down. But they were renting multiple units, apparently. After the fire, cops searched other units in different buildings and found 38,000 pounds of fireworks that were still boxed up. 2 guys were connected to the units, 45-year-old Anthony De Silva and 25-year-old Nathaniel Velasquez. But they're in trouble for more than just fireworks because police got a warrant to search their homes and also found Drugs.
Of course.
No.
They recovered over 13 ounces of meth,
Oh,
200 grams of cocaine, a bunch of weed, a handgun, and $4,800 in cash. So they're going away for a long time.
I have a question.
shoot.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a storage unit that was climate controlled?
Oh, yeah. I have a storage unit.
That's climate controlled?
Oh, yeah. Eric, they have to down where we are.
Mm-hmm.
They're all climate
Because the
controlled.
ones around here, they don't have AC.
Cheaper.
I mean, do they usually?
I'm not a storage unit guy, but I know that you see it advertised climate controlled.
Well, I don't know whether they were climate controlled or not, but they destroyed between 40 and 50 other storage units.
Man.
So all the people lost their stuff. The manager of the storage facility told a local TV station,
I never saw it coming. They seemed like really nice guys. Stay classy, San Jose.
any excuse to put Charlie. That's what I do. Oh, we're running late. We'll be right back, everyone.
Strap on a gun,
Oh, yeah.
put on a badge.
Strap on a gun, put on a badge, and become a low man. No, strap on a water bottle filled with liquid IV.
Yes.
Powdered
I got
hydration
it.
brand. Yes, there it is. It's now available in sugar-free. This is years in the making. Hydration Multiplier Sugar-Free uses a proprietary zero-sugar hydration solution. It's delish. You're going to love this. I'm so excited. No artificial sweeteners. No, did you hear that? No artificial sweeteners,
Yes.
people. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. Liquid IV hydrates twice as fast than water alone. Keep your daily routine, people. Exciting. It's exciting with 3 new flavors: white peach, green grape, and lemon lime. Not only will you feel awesome, but you'll also be making a positive impact on the world.
The world?
Liquid IV has donated over 39 million servings to over 50 countries. Be like me, please, and drink Liquid IV. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Now sugar-free. Grab your Liquid IV. Get it in bulk at Costco, or you can go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and you can get Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide, and you can get 20% off when you go to our website, liquidiv.com, and use the promo code TMOS. Sorry, I messed that up. Do it at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you go to use promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. All right, it's movie review time. Rob
Yes.
Spiewak, I know that you took in the rapidly panned Indiana Jones and the 80-year-old man that was in theaters this
Mike,
weekend.
it's called, the proper name is Indiana Jones and the Afternoon Nap.
The Afternoon with
But
Harrison.
I can't be that
Harrison
bad.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Okay.
All right, now one thing I will say, the thing that I was ready to be disappointed by, they were talking about how they used technology like in The Irishman to make him young for the first segment of the movie.
Oh, right there you lose me.
Well, because it is important to the
It's
backstory.
Come a long way, though, that technology.
It's really eerie how good it is.
Yes.
It is really well done, making
Everything
him be
you say
young.
positive about it, I'm going to give you a little ding.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
The action sequences are sensational.
Mm-hmm.
To this, they know what they're doing as far as that goes. It is set in 1969, which I don't like so much.
Oh,
Why?
Because I know how Indy's getting older, but I don't picture him in the 60s.
if it's set in 1969, it's too old for Rob.
No, too new.
It's too modern because all the others are in the 30s and 40s, right?
50s for Crystal Skull, 50s.
Yes. So it makes sense timing-wise.
Timing, it does. It
That
does.
seems to be a trend now. This movie, The Crowded House, this TV show that I'm
Yeah.
watching right now, that's a 70s thing. The 70s seem to be whatever, late 60s, early 70s, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That seems to be kind of a thing Hollywood's doing lately.
Well, it is, it's the nostalgia tends to follow a cycle.
yeah.
Like
I
if you
agree.
look back on
100%.
then in the 70s, what was hot was the 50s. It's like a 20-year thing. And so there is a cycle going on. That's why Happy Days was a big deal, in the 1970s.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were having 50s dances back in those days, and So you don't like the fact that it's in the...
It was okay, but it was a little weirdish to see him in that environment. Now, I will say one of my favorite things was that I was in a pretty crowded theater. I went to the Alamo in...
Great theater.
In Ashburn, beautiful theater, and at least 3 guys had hats.
Like indie hats?
Yes.
How old?
Oh, about my age. Because...
Good for them, Mike.
And
really?
a lot of T-shirts.
Really, Oscar? Good for them.
If you want to nerd out, this is the film to do it with.
I suppose. Now, it was as important to me. Raiders of the Lost Ark came out when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it more than 2 or 3 times in the theater. I loved that movie.
Don't mentor a child instead of wearing.
But I did not wear a hat. The action sequences on them by themselves are good. However, the one fault I have with it, besides the fact, if you can, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Please.
By the time you're 2/3 through, it is the most ridiculous plot of any of them. But
wasn't the Crystal Skull terrible?
This is better than Crystal Skull.
Okay, that's all I have to hear. It's a win.
But the movie forgot one thing that all the movies before it
I
had
lost
had.
interest after they made Indiana Jones and the Swollen Testicle.
That was a good one, though. That featured Sala.
I bet Michael would like the early films of Indiana Jones.
I bet he would, too, and I hope he gets the chance to see them with some of his friends someday.
The problem with this movie, and take what you will, it's not fun.
What's wrong with it?
It's very exciting. The action sequences are great, but do you know how, like, when you watch Raiders, there was always sort of an air of fun to it. It was more of a fun,
campiness.
A little bit of a fun adventure. And this is not that.
Why do you think critics are hating on it so bad, Rob?
I think, well, for one thing, it's over 2.5 hours long. Too long for an action movie.
Of course it is. And is there a lot of action, CGI?
A lot. Well, you know what? There's a lot of practical stuff, too. They didn't overdo the CGI.
Okay.
I'm sure there, well... If you discount the fact that they make him younger for 1/3 of the movie.
1/3 of the movie?
The first part. And it's a good, clever plot device that gets into it.
I thought it was supposed to be. I thought like 6 months ago they were talking about this being the movie of the summer.
The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 88%. People seem to be loving it.
Yeah, those are the same people wearing the hat.
Critics, 68%.
I don't regret
it's
seeing
68%?
Yeah.
See, this is why Rotten Tomatoes, this is why you have to go see it on your own. You have to formulate your own opinion.
There are parts that I would do away with, certainly in it. I did not.
Is there a way that you can do a movie review without putting your crotch on the middle of the fence? Because I have no idea whether you liked it or hated it.
I liked it, but not as much as the other films.
Except for the Crystal Skull.
I would rank them this way.
Okay.
Raiders, Last Crusade, this one, Crystal Skull,
Dial of Destiny.
and then Temple of Doom. It's medium. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's, you know what? It's 2.5 hours in the air conditioning. If you like the characters, you'll have fun. But it's not.
It's 2.5. Don't you have that at your house?
It's sort of an old joke, Mike. It was about in the 1950s. You know, when they would review movies.
We're in 2023.
Yeah, I was referencing an old joke.
Why do I think Jerry said that or something?
I don't think Jerry did. But
gotta find it.
The movie just lacks the fun of previous movies, and I think
so. You're kind of lining up with the critics that don't really like
I will give it. I'll say 2.5 to 3 out of 5. It's average. It's not
you
a
enjoyed
game.
The Flash that everybody hates also.
Yeah, I love the Flash is a better movie than this. I'll say that.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
So, you know, it's a good nostalgic, there's a certain nostalgia thing. I didn't see a lot of kids in the theater. My cousin Oliver was there. He's young. He gave it a 7 out of 10. He was
how old is your cousin Oliver?
Is 9. He was underwhelmed by it.
Great age.
Yeah.
He didn't like it?
He was underwhelmed by it, yeah. And then my mom, she really liked it because she likes Harrison Ford. So there's that. There's a couple good surprises in it for people that, I mean, if you can't get John Hamm, you go to Harrison Ford. That's my mom. So if it was Indiana Jones was played by John Hamm, your mother would have preferred the movie? She would still be at the theater. I didn't know she is handsome. Steam and undies for John Hamm. Oh, she's watched Mad Men like the whole series 3 times. I can certainly understand that. I'd do them.
Yeah, thank you.
Good for you, Mike.
Thank you very much.
That would
Get in line.
I would say that if you are around about my age and you've watched all the movies leading up, you won't be thrilled.
How many AA coins do you give it?
Oh my God.
What's an AA coin? Oh, you mean Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mike, I give it 7 years sober.
7 years sober.
7
There you
years
go.
sober is my grade.
How many coins? There it is. There it is.
You really surprised me
What's
with
a
that.
coin?
He's never been to a meeting.
No,
people.
that's how you know.
He's never been to a
Never.
meeting. He's like, what is that? He doesn't know. But
What are
that's okay.
steps?
Baby steps. We'll take a break, and when we come back,
Usually track pretty good.
Oscar's night out. The boys have lots
Well,
of
I
stuff
have to
today.
go.
He has to
Oh,
go.
you have to go?
Yes.
Yeah. Bye, Oscar.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
Okay.
Ciao.
All right. Bye. Great. God damn it. Anyway, we're running late, aren't we?
Yes.
VACATION, summer vacation, baby. Whether you are heading out on a road trip or you're rushing through the airport, why not skip the usual stress of travel and chill out with Dadgrass? All their products are TSA approved, groovy daddy-o. Dadgrass is legal. It's organic. It's smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. Their 100% organic pre-rolled joints are very low in THC, and they are high in CBD. So you can enjoy the effects of cannabis while keeping a clear head. It's good for you if you want to, well, not good for you like in that way, but chill out without getting stoned. And easy on your throat. It's like having a glass of wine, but see, he leaves and we misbehave.
Mike,
on
not the
our
whole bottle.
sponsors.
It's like
Not
having
the
a
whole
glass
bottle.
of wine.
Dadgrass also offers the finest tinctures and gummies on the market. All the mellow goodness, no smoke required. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Plus, it's TSA approved. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. Do you have any plans at all? We have a short break here. Any plans at all for the 4th of July? Are you doing anything special?
My daughter comes back in from LA tonight, so I think I have to pick her up at the airport late, like 11.
Will you have weather where you're able to do stuff for the
There's
4th
going
of
to
July?
be, it's the standard DC summertime.
So it's normal weather. You got maybe a chance of thunder
hot
showers
with
or
a chance
something
of
like
thunderstorms. Now I can always watch the Loudoun County fireworks from my front porch. That's one of
Okay.
the best things about my house.
All
So
right.
I'll probably cruise out there and watch that. But no plans.
that. Cruise
really.
out, you mean what, to your porch?
Yeah, walk out to the porch about 9:15. You can
walk
see them.
out to your porch. You don't cruise
No,
out.
I
You
cruise,
out
Mike.
to a campsite. for
I
Christ's
cruise
sake.
out to my porch, baby, daddy-o.
I'm glad I'm talking to you. So you'll do your usual kind of hangout at the house.
Yeah. I may go
have
to the
tell-
pool if the weather allows it.
That's always special for the ladies. I know.
Well,
that.
it is, and also, Mike, the good thing about it is that it won't be crowded.
There you go. Good for you. I did want to mention one thing because you're a board game guy. You like it,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Your family plays a lot of games. We've been doing Killer Trouble up here, and then over the weekend we began a game that I have never played in my life, and I'm probably leading a sheltered life by not playing it. But we played Uno. Are you familiar with the game
it's
Uno?
a tremendous. I love games of all types, but
I know you do.
card games. I love card games.
I learned first of all, and a child can play it, so I learned it in 1 second, and we played Killer Uno. And if you've never
It's like,
played Uno,
it's like
inexpensive, right?
It's
I
like
mean,
nuclear Crazy Eights. It's with a
Yes,
special deck.
whatever
very
that
thick.
means.
Well,
I don't know what
it's the same rules of Crazy Eights that you would play with a normal deck of cards, and it's
so
also
Crazy Eights, you match color or number,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
how Crazy
Yeah,
Eights works.
yeah.
Okay,
And
so
eights
it's
are wild,
Crazy,
so-
Crazy Eights on steroids.
Yeah, and it was also a favorite game of Tom Gavin. Uno. Not really, Mike. I just made that up to say Uno.
Thank you. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it, and Elizabeth waxed me.
There
like,
is a
every
bit of
time.
skill.
So there's a
skill
card
involved.
where the object is to get rid of your cards first.
Right.
That's the idea. That's the whole. And then when you get down to your last card, you say Uno.
And if you don't say that,
then someone can make you say it before you and make you pick 2 more cards.
exactly.
And then there are cards in there that require the person next to you to pick up 4 cards.
Yes.
And that's very difficult.
A
And if
wild
you have
good 4,
So
yeah.
if you have a +4 after a person puts down a +4, that means the person next to you, if they don't have a +4, has to pick up 8 cards.
You know what? I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, there's a +4, +4,
Oh,
8,
that's
and there
great.
can even be, I believe, a +4, +4, +4, which means the person next to them has to pick up 16 cards. We saw that over the weekend in the O'Mara house.
Wow, were tears shed?
No, but I was, I was
How long
borderline
before you? How long
dickish like I am when I play any of these games, especially if there's a little alcohol involved.
from the beginning of the game when you learn to play the game?
Yes, and I didn't learn quickly.
Really?
I misstepped.
Well, how
like
did you
knowing when I could use a certain wild card.
Okay, 2 questions. First of
Yes.
all, how long from learning to play the game to you becoming problematic?
17 seconds.
Yeah, that's about right. And also, how do you feel about the reverse?
The reverse is fine. The skip is fine. What is
Don't
problematic?
like the skip. I hate the skip.
And you know what my favorite is?
What?
Because I'm always losing.
Yes.
I'm always losing in Uno.
Yes.
What I like the best is the shuffle card. Do you know that one?
What? Remind me. It's been a while.
So so somebody's down to 2 cards, or somebody's down to even 1 card.
Yeah.
And the next person gets the shuffle card. All of the cards go back into the pile and they're shuffled and redealt.
Oh,
Did you know that part?
I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah. I'm ready to play it right after this.
Yeah. Who's the best of that group? And did Michael play?
Elizabeth and Connor. Michael played a couple of times. Elizabeth and Connor, the boyfriend, are so far the best, in my humble opinion.
Who of the crowd there, who was the best shuffler? Because it's a big deck.
My wife.
Really?
Have you played poker with Carla?
No, I never have.
Carla can play cards. Carla grew up playing cards. Carla's like a card shark.
You
She
know-
can do everything but fan them out like a magician would.
She's
It's incredible.
She's the best statistician.
Yeah. And whenever we play any board game, I have Carla dress up as a Caesar's Palace waitress.
That's nice. That always helps. Now, would you?
Well, it used to be a showgirl, but she got tired of wearing the headdress.
Well, it's so heavy.
That's what it was. So I have her.
I
dress up
think,
like
Mike,
that.
you know what would be good is if they had Uno in casinos.
Uno. Oh wow, Uno in casinos. Oh, I'd turn over a table. I'd be Joe Pesci in Casino. I'd be that cowboy that puts his feet up with his socks. We gotta take a break. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's the flip side with Mr. Robb Spiewak.
Yes, good stuff.
On the day before the 4th of July, which is traditionally, I have no idea. None of you are working
Mike,
today.
today traditionally the biggest day for buy one get one free at your local fireworks stand.
Isn't there some online stuff going on too? Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com. Get a fruitcake. We'll be
Today's
right back
the day.
with the flip side, everybody. Discover the ultimate solution for your financial planning with Fabric by Gerber Life and their quick and easy life insurance policies. In just 10 minutes, you can customize a quote and secure coverage up to $1 million for less than $1 a day. Plus, enjoy the peace of mind that comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and the flexibility to cancel anytime. Don't leave your family's future to chance. Take action and get Fabric by Gerber Life today. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutos. You could be covered instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/TMOS. That's meetfabric.com/TMOS, MEET, fabric.com/TMOS. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. And thank you to a wonderful sponsor for the Mike O'Mara Show.
Love Fabric.
Fabric by Gerber Life. We're glad to have him on the show.
Hello.
It's my daughter.
The flip side.
Holiday time, Mike. Holiday.
4th of July. Hey, 4th of July. You excited about it? Of course, everybody. It's the birth day of our... And you know what, call me old-fashioned, but what I love best about the 4th of July is all of the flags. You know, it's great to see the American flag. I mean, everywhere you go, yards, businesses, any place around. Isn't it nice to see? Of course, they're all made in China, but still, it's the
Bada bing.
sentiment. That's what I like.
I miss Dave.
I do too.
Such
I
a
totally
feeble
missed Dave.
joke that took 20 seconds to get to and still a good payoff.
Oh, there's so many classic interviews that Dave did where there were iconic moments. And
do you prowl around his website? He's got so much stuff up
it's funny you bring it up because I was actually
YouTube page, I should say. Sorry.
I was doing a deep dive on him. I forgot what I watched with him. Oh yeah, I was doing a deep dive about that show where he talked about. And that's Vintage Jay when he was talking about Jay Leno.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so... Letterman's takedowns were always so subtle, but so wonderful to watch.
Like a razor, yeah.
I miss him too.
I do
really
too. Sad, I mean, he couldn't go on forever, but at age 89, we lost Alan Arkin over the weekend.
Michael! Hello, Alan Arkin. I do my Alan Arkin, of course, is Kevin Pollak's
Yes,
Alan
yeah.
Arkin. Kevin Pollak, the genius impersonator, who is just such a great actor too. Love to get Kevin back on the show sometime. He's such a funny guy. Alan Arkin, an American original.
God, and the
Nobody
career,
like
I've
him.
forgotten how far back he goes. As being up in Maine, I'm sure you've seen The Russians Are Coming, right?
Way back. That
Million
was like
years
one of his
ago?
first, wasn't it?
Yeah,
A long time ago.
everyone to get from street.
Yeah, but a Maine town that they think is being invaded by the
Carl
Russians.
Reiner, yeah, it's great. And also, I Wait Until Dark, where he's the psychotic guy against.
I see that. I didn't remember. I forgot that one too.
So good, so
Great
good.
movies. He's really it's just iconic.
And for the younger kids, Argo. Oscar remembers him in Argo. And of
Argo,
course,
where he's the movie producer.
Yeah.
right. That they
best
utilize.
line. He says, "Well, what is it? A Western? If I'm going to make a fake film, it's going to be a hit fake film."
He is apparently quite a generous guy. A lot of people had amazing things to say about.
Loved him, and he won an Oscar for Little Miss Sunshine. So here's a brief
with,
clip.
Steve Carell.
Here's a brief clip, and actually his Oscar.
Okay, can I
announcement
just
right
set
now.
it up because
Yeah,
I
please.
loved his role in that. His performance in that was just incredible as the foul-mouthed grandpa, and nobody did it better. I don't think there was another actor that could have touched it like Alan Arkin. I just absolutely love.
And
this
what's
role.
so great is he has the foulest scenes in the movie, but then he pulls off something sweet like this.
Grandpa,
What?
I don't want to be a loser.
Whoa. Back up a minute. You know what a loser is? A real loser is somebody that's so afraid of not winning, they don't even try.
The best performance by an actor in a supporting role. Alan Arkin in Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, baby.
So great, so great. He will be missed, and he
Sad. Very
leaves a
sad.
good
He's
legacy
one of those
behind.
guys where you just feel sad because he was so fun.
The In-Laws with Peter
yeah.
Falk. So
Absolutely.
funny. He has got
incredible.
a great slow burn. All right. Oscar sent us this tape this weekend, which is really good. Bo Jackson, now in
okay. I thank you for putting this on.
Okay.
This is, it doesn't count. Look, tooting your own horn, this doesn't fall into that category.
I agree.
This is just enlightening a little man next to him, a little kid who is too young to remember any of the athletic exploits from Bo Jackson, who I believe was the only all-star in both the NFL and MLB.
True.
And a Heisman Trophy winner. And the kid doesn't know who Bo Jackson is. And Bo Jackson...
He's in a coaching role in this, I think.
I think he's coaching for the Chicago White Sox. I think this might be a spring training tape, so this is an older tape, but I don't know. And Bo Jackson is listing his accomplishments for the little kid, and it's fantastic.
Okay, check this out. Check this out.
I used to play for the Kansas City Royals.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.
I played with Kansas City, the Chicago White Sox, and the California Angels. And I played with the Raiders. Yeah. You ever heard of the Heisman Trophy? That's the best college football player in the country. I won that.
So you played
Football on the professional level, yes.
The Raiders are from...
They were in Los Angeles, but they're in Oakland now. But when I played, they were in Los Angeles. I'm the only player to make it to the Pro Bowl in football and the All-Star game in baseball. And I'm the MVP of the All-Star game.
That's pretty awesome.
So I've been there a little bit.
I've been there a little bit.
I loved so sweet.
It was.
And he's just chomping with the kid. I love it. I love sports.
Mike, you've been talking about the bad weather everywhere, but at least we're not dealing with winged aphids, which have infested, because of the warm spring and mild winter, they've infested New York City.
Ew.
Yeah, and listen to this. Some people
Earwigs.
Ew. People that are upset about it.
I wanted to dodge them because one of them flew in my nose and it was not pleasant.
I don't know what's going on in New York right now, but look at all these bugs that are just dying on my shirt.
And there were a ton of little gnats that kept swatting them away, I guess.
You see them under bridges like in those circular swarms. It's really horrifying.
Well, time for the retch. Sorry, we haven't done it yet. Thank you.
Earwigs. Ew.
Ew.
This is not a Florida story. This is a Louisiana story.
Okay.
And a guy named Don Schultz, he has a doggy door that he recently had to upgrade because, well, there was a 5-foot alligator in his house.
Hello.
It was quite an experience. We're getting the full Cajun experience. Our dog Panda growled and woke my wife up.
Panda.
And she tapped me and said, I think there's somebody in the house. I saw the shape of an alligator.
So what they've done...
Sounds like a guy that would have a dog named Panda.
Yeah,
sorry. What's wrong with me?
Like, Panda outwitted him.
I'm bitter up here.
Panda's the one that called animal control.
We have a dog named Panda.
Panda?
We're not from around Louisiana.
Do you think he's down to Louisiana from Indiana?
I came down from Indiana, and I've got a vacation home down here. When do you get back?
Are you enjoying the Cajun experience, Schultz?
I feel like I'm really enjoying it. I really am. We have a little dog named Wussy. I'm sorry. What's wrong with me? Been up here too long.
Fluffy dog named Wussy.
Wussy.
But they've installed a new alligator door. I'm not an alligator door. A new dog door that only opens when Panda's collar goes through it. Panda. So he's going to be safe. Meanwhile, in Florida, I'm not going to short you a Florida tape. This might be one of your neighbors. She's 99 years old, and her name is Mildred Kirschenbaum. She just turned 99, and she has some advice. And you know what? When you get that close to 100, maybe we ought to listen.
I have friends who are 20 years younger, 15 years younger, and their attitudes are going to cause them not to survive to my age. Their attitude is I don't see my kids more than once a week, or the food I was served was cold. If the food isn't quite right, have an extra dessert. If you hear from your children once a week, they call you once a week, you call them once a week. Change your attitude. I try my best not to sweat the small stuff and to have a positive attitude.
As of this recording, she is still alive.
And you know what? Advice that I could use a month with her. Just talking to me every
sweet
day.
love, Mike.
No, don't make it naughty.
No, I won't.
Thank you.
Fairfax County. This happened in Alexandria. Pretty dynamic tape. Family's house was burning down, and they notified the fireman, or actually it was a county cop, that they had 3 dogs inside. He goes in, saves the dogs. Nobody was hurt. No dogs were hurt in this fire.
To have like 3 dogs in there. Come on, let's fire! Come out!
Fairfax County Police! Come on, puppies. Fairfax County Police! Come on. Come on, puppies. Okay. Come on. I took the dogs out.
And we have the 3 dogs.
Isn't that awesome that he took
Way to
the
go,
time?
officer.
I
Way to
love
go.
it.
Fairfax County. Got lots of friends on that department. Way to go.
And we close with this, Mike. People say that America is going in the wrong direction. I disagree. When you can hear a nice civil discourse between businessman and I guess what, client like this, it makes me feel good. A DoorDash driver. This was captured by a Ring doorbell.
Hi.
Hello. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
You.
Wow.
Enjoy your fries.
Oh, happy 4th of July.
Happy
everybody.
4th.
Wow.
I just want to say I've got a dog named Panda.
Mama didn't raise him right.
No.
My God. Wow, that's terrible. But, it was a mansion. Got a little bit of a point. See, there's a side to every story, Rob.
There
That's
is,
the way it
Mike.
works.
And you know what? Everybody has a story.
We'll return Wednesday after the 4th of July holiday for a brand new episode. And we got shows for you all week long. So we're very
I got 10
excited about
fingers
that.
right now.
Very, very exciting.
We'll see how we do, okay?
10.
10.
Don't blow them off with black cats.
Remember,
we'll be back.
Mike, light fuse and get away.
Yes, run. Don't let them blow you up. Thank you very much for Robb Spiewak and Oscar Santana. This is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao, and happy Independence Day.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Get it at michaelmarashow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
With a sexy body and just a knockout 10 figure.
Can I put the camera in the lady toilet? Huh? Christ almighty, it's like I'm sitting here playing cards with my brother's kids or something. You nerve-wracking sons of bitches. Get out! You're not good enough! Piss off! Speed! Speed! Speed to the car! Speed everywhere! God, they're huge! They're ripping my clutch off!
Mike is very, very, very attractive.